Let's talk about Nepal too. The Chinese are still playing real-life checkers in Nepal. And the loser will most likely be Nepal's Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli. I'll start with the latest and the biggest development. A Nepalese lawmaker has been suspended by her party for taking a pro-India stand. Her name is Sarita Giri. She was a member of Nepal's Samajwadi Party. Why has she been suspended? Because Sarita Giri violated a party whip regarding Nepal's new map. She accused China of pushing the new map bill. She raised questions on the intent of the Oli government in fixing the country's map. Listen to this.
मैंने कहा है भारत और चीन दोनों देश के साथ संवाद करके बात आगे बढ़ाई जाए और थोड़ी देर के बाद मीडिया ने भारतलाई नसोधिकन नक्शा बनाउने ये कह के प्रायोजित किया। उन्होंने भी उसी मंतव्य को पढ़ा है, सुना है और उसके बाद अपनी धारणा व्यक्त करती हैं। कम से कम हम लोग सभासद लोग जब बोलते हैं तो वस्तुगत तथ्य और प्रमाण के आधार पे बोलें। जब बाहर के जनता की हल्ला होती है उसी के हल्ला में हम लोग जाएंगे तो हम लोग देश का नेतृत्व कैसे करेंगे?
Well, this lawmaker may have been suspended, but she speaks for many in Nepal because China's hidden hand in Nepal is not so hidden anymore, and people are protesting. If you remember, on the 18th of June, we aired a report on this show, a report on the mind behind China's divorce with India. Hu Yangqi, the Chinese ambassador to the Himalayan Republic, we told you how this ambassador's actions were well beyond her duties and responsibilities as a foreign envoy. She was pulling strings for China in Nepal. And many of you from Nepal wrote to us and said that our report was a little far-fetched, that it had no basis. Well, that was 3 weeks ago. Tonight, I'm happy to tell you that our report stands vindicated. The Nepalese media and political leaders in Nepal are now saying what we said 3 weeks ago. Let me show you what dominated the headlines in Nepal today. This is the front page of the Kathmandu Post. Read very carefully what the headline states. I'm quoting for your benefit. Chinese ambassador making the rounds at a time of internal political crisis invites much criticism. Now look at another headline. This is from the Himalayan. Allow me to quote, Yangqi Nepal meet, China bid to keep NCP united, question mark. NCP is the Nepal Communist Party. From English dailies to vernacular newspapers, almost every media organization carrying the same story with similar headlines. What we reported last month is now for the world to see. China is openly interfering in Nepal's internal politics. This morning, the Chinese ambassador met the senior-most leader of the Nepal Communist Party, the ruling party. And this man also happens to be the former Prime Minister of Nepal, Jhalanath Khanal. The meeting is said to have lasted for over 45 minutes. There is no word on what transpired, not yet. But it hasn't gone unnoticed by political leaders and the civil society in Nepal. There have been protests against the Chinese embassy, the Chinese envoy in particular. These are images from Kathmandu. The placards read, "Go back China, keep silence Yangqi." It's the same message from Nepal's political leaders. One leader after another is putting out tweets condemning China's open interference in Nepal's domestic politics. Here's a tweet by Kamal Thapa, the former Deputy Prime Minister of Nepal. He says, and I quote, Prime Minister Oli says Indian ambassador was active in overthrowing the government. On the other hand, the Chinese ambassador reached the leader's house to save the government. Nepalese journalists are also calling out this hypocrisy. Pushpa Kesi is a journalist at Nepal Live. She says, and I quote, what activism is the Chinese ambassador taking advantage of? The fact is, the Chinese ambassador has held a series of political meetings since the 1st of May. Meetings that are being called a bid to reconcile differences within the ruling party of Nepal. Meetings that also reflect China's growing might and open interference in Nepal.